Hi, guys. I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day. I'm sending you so much love and so much peaceful, balanced energy. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Misha, where we talk about feelings, understanding our feelings, mastering our feelings to be the best version of ourselves. If you would like help on your healing and self-mastery journey, you can email me booking@feelswithmish.com. Guys, what if you just started to have fun? What if you just started to have fun? You know, we're so focused on the circumstances or the unfavorable or the undesirable or where we are not. What if you just started to have fun, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what you're seeing, no matter what unfavorable, undesirable things are happening in your life? Maybe you are not where you want to be. And you see, we're so focused on being where we don't want to be that we just stay there, or we create more unfavorable circumstances. And what happens is we are assuming the state of not being where we want to be. When you become a conscious co-creator, you're consciously aware of your behaviors, yourself, your thoughts, your being. Once you become aware of this, you then become a conscious creator. You see, we are always creating, always. Always, 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 always creating. There is no exception to the law because God is within us, right? The kingdom of heaven is within us. And so again, if the kingdom of heaven is within us, then we can also create hell on earth for ourselves. So what if you just started to have fun? And I'm going to give you guys a great example of this because we go in and out of the states. What do I mean by that? We go in and out of the state of being. When you are trying to co-create the reality or the experience that you desire, that you want, we have to assume the state of the wish fulfilled. Now think of how many times in your life you were so confidently wanting something or wanting to experience something, and you just wouldn't take no for an answer, and your energy aligned with that. You knew that you were going to have that thing. You knew that you were going to experience that thing. You knew that that was going to be yours. And so without doubt, you just assumed the state. You might not have even been consciously aware of that. Go back in your life. Open up the book of your life. Look at all the pages of all the times of the things that you wanted, the circumstances you wanted, the favorable things you wanted. And how were you behaving in those moments? You knew you were going to have those things. Now, again, the other side of that coin, again, there's no exception to the law. How many times in your life you didn't want something? You were so fixated and focused on the undesirable, right? I'm guilty of this because if you're more of an anxiously attached person and you're really sensitive and you're really highly, sensitive and emotional person, we tend to feel the negative emotions so strongly. And so what manifests is the undesirable. And so let me give you guys an example of me going in and out of the states and where I go back to this. What if you just started having fun? You see, when you have the things you want, when you have the life you desire, when you're living the life that you desire, you're in the relationship, you have the money, you're driving the car, you have the family, you have the experiences in your life that you desire, you will be assuming a certain state. You would be having fun. You would be grateful. You would be excited. You would be feeling those feelings of already having. And so when we're not and we're living in the lack, that is a state of being, of not having. And when you're living in that space, you're just pulling more experiences into your life that are unfavorable, that just give you the evidence of you not having, that just are there to prove to you that you are not having. And so I was at my part-time job the other day, which I'm so like almost out of that reality because again, I'm living in a wish fulfilled, a new state. I'm starting to understand the power of my mind and how I keep myself in these environments by keeping my energy there and keeping myself in the state of lack and the not having. And so as I'm at work the other day, it was the Super Bowl and I'm bartending right now. And people are so crazy on the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is like a time where everybody's drinking a lot, and there was a private party that I was bartending, and they let everybody into the party at the same time. So there was like 60 people at my bar and myself and another bartender, and we have to like make drinks for everybody. And people were just coming behind the bar and just started making drinks, like my other coworkers that aren't bartenders. And I'm a Capricorn, so I don't like to have the disorganization. It really like bothers me because I like to be in control. The thing is we like to be in control in our life. We want things to go our way. And when they don't go our way, we get huffy and puffy about it. We get annoyed. We get upset. We're in a state of lack. We're in a state of the undesirable. We're seeing the circumstances and the roadblocks to our happiness. It's just right up in front of us, and we get annoyed, and then we feed into the story by complaining and being a part of that. And it's almost like you just spiral into more unfavorable circumstances or based on your behavior and how you're showing up. Now, let me paint the picture for you. So I'm at the bar. Everything is chaos. All the customers are in front of me, like yelling at me for drinks, being like rude because we're understaffed and I'm overwhelmed. And I could feel my body, like the anxiety was like rampant through my body. I got my coworkers and my managers coming behind the bar, just like yelling in my ear to make stuff, do this, do that. I need you to ring that. And I'm looking at them like, okay, I have like 5 other people that just asked me for drinks, and I'm ringing like 2 other people up over here. And then you're going to ask me for stuff right now? Forget it, And because my energy was annoyed, I was projecting that annoyance out, right? And think about it like this. So the customers are feeling that, the coworkers are feeling that, everybody's feeling that, because that is your projection from yourself. And what kind of energy do you think you're going to receive from being in that state of being? That annoyance, that lack, that just like you're in this space of recognizing the unfavorable. Well, then you're going to just get the unfavorable returned, right? And it's instant. It is instant. And so, the tips aren't going to be great. The energy, money is energy. The tips are not going to be great. The customers are not going to be great. They're going to be rude because I'm annoyed, right? It's like everything then has to mirror back the state of my being. And I had this moment. I'm looking around. There's like so many freaking people around the bar yelling for their drinks. Mind you, why I was really triggered was because, I don't know, for some reason that day, it just seemed like nobody wanted to brush their teeth. And so everyone's like breathing in my face, like asking me for shit. And that's like the biggest trigger for me. Like, don't talk in my face if you're not going to brush your teeth. Like, be at least 6 feet away from me, and you can talk to me from that distance if you forgot to brush your teeth. But that's like a big trigger for me. Some of you are going to laugh at that because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, do not talk in my face if you haven't brushed your teeth. Like, please, like I can smell that. And that's really triggering. And so again, like you're just pulling out the evidence of like being annoyed. Everything's going to annoy you then when you're in that state. So I stopped for a second. I stopped and I looked around and I just looked at what I was experiencing in the moment. And I was like, oh my gosh, Misha, like, what if you just started to have fun? Like, I do these little tests on myself. Like, your world, when you become a consciously aware person, like your world just becomes so magical because you can have these moments of like shifting real quick of like, hold on a second. I am the operant power. I am creating all of this based on my state of being, my thoughts creating the reality I'm experiencing, the thoughts creating the emotions, creating the actions and the behavior that I'm existing in the now moment is then creating the experience that I am having because I am a conscious creator and I am the operant power in my reality. Everything is just reflecting my state of being. I was like, girl, you better start having the freaking best time of your life. I was like, what if you just started to have fun? What if you just started to have fun? And so my energy, when I tell you, immediately like snapped into this, like, oh, I'm having the best night of my freaking life. It's the Super Bowl. Like, let me have the best night of my life, because the music they were playing in the party, I started to recognize the things that I was enjoying. I was like, oh my God, yeah, they were playing all my favorite songs. I started to get into it. When I tell you I started to get into it, even though the undesirable circumstances were still existing, I had shifted states. I had shifted my perception on what I was experiencing in the moment. And so then I started to hear the songs I like, right? Then all of a sudden, everyone with the stinky breath disappeared. They were working, they were out, they were doing their thing. No one was around me. Like, no stinky breath was around me. I just could be in the flow, in my zone, making the drinks. Customers were laughing with me, enjoying the night, like giving me tips, like handing me money, like, because I was in this state of wish fulfilled. I was in state of enjoying. I was in the state of having fun. Let me tell you, wow, how much I just shifted within the snap of my fingers. My night completely did like a quantum leap into another existing reality. And what do we mean when we say that? It's there is multiple realities existing at the same time, and you're just choosing the state that you want to experience, the reality you want to experience. If I had gone the rest of my night being annoyed and pissed, I probably would have made half the tips that I made that night. When you're in the state of like having fun, enjoying, gratitude, just being in the moment, you are radiating that energy out, and people are then responding to that energy, right? They're just the mirror to you. That's not to say you're not going to get that one annoying customer that's going to do some dumb shit. But what I'm saying is you're going to react to that dumb customer way better than you were if you were in the annoyance. I did have a dumb customer that night. Well, there was many. I mean, it's just being a part of service industry. I mean, these service industry jobs just helped me master myself. Really, to be honest. There was this one guy, and he was like so drunk. He like threw, I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, this is why like involve alcohol and like you really lose your senses, right? He threw his like dirty napkin at the bar, and it like hit me. And I was like, I like grabbed it and I threw it back at him. And he looked at me like, and then the girls at the bar were like right in between him and me. And the way that I responded, I just started laughing. I was like, don't you ever or dare throw your napkin back at my bar ever again. And you know, everybody started laughing. It was a good old time. I was like, he's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, you don't owe me an apology. You owe the girls in front of you an apology that you threw the napkin over, you know? It was just a vibe. I created the vibe. Do you see what I'm saying? You create the vibe. Imagine being that person that people are around that are like, oh my God, I have so much fun with that person. I have so much fun with her. I have so much fun with him. We always have the best time. You want to be that person, because that person, their energy is so radiating. It lives on. It lives on. It is memorable. It is fun to be around. It is magnetizing. It pulls things into their experience. It pulls things into your reality, your experience. It pulls the abundance in. Think of all the energy that comes back to you because you're putting that energy out there. You are untouchable. But when you are in the annoyance, really just seeking the evidence of what is going wrong in your life, seeking the evidence of the things that you don't want, the undesirable, guess what? You then stay there and you then pull in more of that into your experience. And I have been this way my whole life, my entire life. I've been that way. Because as a little girl, my brain programmed itself to be in survival and focus on lack, because that was a way of keeping myself safe, right? Just like hypersensitive to the undesirable. And that was what was my reality. That was what my normal was. And so to become consciously aware of that, how addicted we are to living and existing in the unfavorable, because it's all we've ever known. It's what our normal is. This is why people never ascend. They never accomplish their dreams. They never get what they want. And getting what you want is you getting out of your own way. Get out of your way. Because you having the thing, you being in the marriage, the relationship of your dreams, you having the millions of dollars, you having the successful career, you having the money, the healthy relationships in your life, the friendships, going on the vacations, doing everything that you want. You have to decide that you have the thing. And then what would the energy be of you having the thing? You would be having fun. You would be having fun. You would be in gratitude. You would be happy. You would be joyful. You would be grateful. You would be magnetizing. And so we have to then magnetize the thing into our life by being in the wish fulfilled, being in that joy and creating and cultivating that fun in our life. Start to focus on the things that bring you joy. You will snowball more fun into your life. And this is how we assume the state of the wish fulfilled. What if you just started having fun? So simple. Ask yourself this. The next time something annoying happens, you missed your bus, you're late, you set up something fun to do with somebody and they cancel on you last minute. Like all the little things in our life that make us just like, what? Like the audacity. How dare you? Instead of being in that energy, be like, okay, I'm going to do something fun, then I'm going to do something else. Or maybe this is just happening for a reason. While I'm feeling this annoyance, let me shift out of that real quick. Let me put on a song that I love. Let me start to dance a little bit. Let me start to just compliment people and notice the beauty and the joy that exists in my life. Let me just start to compliment myself, right? It was so funny because the minute I started having fun at work the other day on the Super Bowl, like people were taking my picture. Like the camera guy came over. He was filming me because I was just dancing. As soon as Usher came out, I was like, no, this is my moment to shine. Like I was just feeling so good. And I brought the vibe. Like even my friend came over, the owner's cousin is my friend. And he came over and he's like, people keep coming up to me and asking me who you are. They're like, who is that girl? I'm like, of course, because guess what? I was in that energy. Hello, main character energy. Hello, celebrity energy. We assume the state. You can be in this energy at any time of the day. Any time of your day, of your night, of your life. You just shift into the state. You become the main character right now. You are the main character right now. You are having fun right now because it is a decision. It is a decision that we make. And in that decision, we are either having the things or not having the things. So who are you being? Who are you? And in who are you right now, who you are, what if you just started to have fun? You deserve it. You deserve to have fun. I love you guys so much. If you're interested in booking personal sessions with me, guys, booking at feelswithmish.com. You guys can also check out my YouTube channel, Feels with Mish, where I post weekly messages on there. Also my TikTok page, Feels with Mish. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, fun, and positive day because you absolutely deserve it.
Try and explain it to the blind. May you wake up from inside. See the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide. Light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, 'cause you choose your fate.